wins, only 7 of them have come inside the distance. 1 draw, and he's had 9 defeats, and he's been stopped 5 times, in fact. Last March at Bethnal Green, he had another go at Horace Notice for the British and Commonwealth titles, and this time he got stopped in 10 rounds. A very hard fight, with neither man on the floor at any time. Bobby Neal, the man standing in front of him, his trainer, who works with, or has worked with Lloyd Honeyghan.
Second round 3.
Currie, the former champion, in the black. And the massive figure of Mason, 17 stone 4. Mason's still billed out of Wandsworth, where he was brought up, but these days lives down in Kent, near Gillingham, on the Medway, where he runs a jewellery shop called Punch and Jewellery. This fight scheduled for 12 rounds, and I get the feeling that it could, unless Mason really does get a decisive punch in these early stages, could go quite a long way. This fight just sponsored by Airborne Travel. Mason taking this very seriously and very steadily, advancing all the time. Gets another come-on sign from Currie. Mason needs no encouragement. He'll be there. Mason just pinching the points in this early stage. Currie at the moment content to be defensive. Determined to keep the title in the Lawless camp. Been all Mason so far in this round. Currie, I think, will be quite happy for this to go some way. With his new fitness, he's bound to feel that he's got the stamina to go 12 if necessary, and Mason, one's never sure whether he would look good if this goes a long way. A few worries about Mason's right hand in the camp. But he's throwing it fairly easily and comfortably, and Mason grins and waves his arms above his head as he goes back to Terry Lawless and trainer Frank Black. A lot of needle there, and a lot of pride at stake between these two. As I was saying, Mason had right-hand trouble last year, which kept him out of action for 6 months. And there's been, I gather, a small recurrence of this in recent weeks. Whether it's absolutely okay tonight, I'm not sure, but he's certainly not... he's not been saving it, he's been throwing it fairly freely. So 3 rounds completed, and Mason a little ahead after those 3 rounds. He was in control for most of that 3rd round, as we'll probably see here. Pulling his way forward. Currie holding on for dear life there with his right arm. And I think Currie's tactics here will be to try to prolong this for as long as possible and come late. Mason's last fight was at the end of November at the Oval Castle in South London, when he forced the American James Tillis to retire after 5 rounds. And that's what we've usually been seeing from Mason, thumping rather over-the-hill Americans. The record shows, in fact, he's only met 7 British opponents before this. At least 7 times, only 5 actually, because he met 2 of them twice. Well, if anybody thought this was going to be another of those lightning Mason wins, they were mistaken. Shown no sign of putting Currie on the floor yet. And every time he thumps Currie to the head, Currie says, "Come on, let's have you again." And Mason, happy to have won. Currie now is certainly going to have to come from behind to win this. But no sign at all that right hand is posing any serious problems for Currie. He's taken every right hand that Mason's thrown. He's taken them to the head, seemingly with no trouble. Referee Dave Paris has had virtually nothing to do yet except keep the score. Currie still quite content to backpedal. Stay defensive. Right hand to the body from Mason. Currie takes it again. Currie bleeding from the mouth once more. Another good punch to the body, the left this time from Mason. And Currie's face now beginning to look very worn, both nose and mouth bleeding. He still gives this come on sign, but he's taken a hard right and he's going, and he's down almost onto me. He's stretched out over my monitor. And this is the end. He won't beat the count. Mason's laid him flat. He's counted out flat on his face. The former champion is still on the floor as Mason celebrates victory in the 4th round, the new British heavyweight champion. His 29th successful fight. Gary Mason, champion of Great Britain. The title stays in the Bruno camp. And Horace Notice is at the ringside tonight. The former champion will be pleased about that. Well, that was a dramatic win in the 4th round. It came out of the blue. He was beginning to hurt Currie. Both Currie's nose and mouth were beginning to show signs of wear when suddenly Mason shot the winning punch over. We'll see it again here. It was that lightning right hand. He was gone from that moment, and the second one finished him off, and he almost rolled out on all the television equipment here in front of me at the ringside. We'll see it again from another angle. 2 rights caused the downfall of the former champion. That was the first one, and he'd gone from that moment, really. He had no way of protecting himself from the second right, and he almost rolled out of the ring.